Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over everything that I have made for my next market and let you know my prices. Now, full disclosure, normally my pricing strategy is based on just time and materials basically, and then I guess somewhat like the perceived value of something. So if I make it in worsted weight yarn and it's this big, but then I make it in plush yarn and it's this big, I feel like the plush yarn version, because it's bigger, should cost more, even though they take the same amount of time. But there are a few select things, and this might be controversial, that I've like tweaked the price of to be a little bit higher than I normally would set. Nothing to do with the fact that it's Christmas. Just more so happens to do with the fact that this is my last event of the season, which happens to be around Christmas. And it's just gonna basically be because of demand of things. I'm tired at the end of like this market season, so I really wanted this last run to be my best. A couple things are a little bit higher, like within a couple of dollars. I didn't go crazy. And actually, one of my bigger things is getting lowered significantly, so there is like still a balance. Keeping with the theme of like I wanted this to be my best event yet, I do have a lot of new items that I haven't stocked before or used the pattern for before, so I'll try to make sure that I have everything linked on that master Google Doc with all my patterns. And yes, so we will get started with my mystery bags. They are made, but they're not closed yet, so I can actually show you. Starting with a $10 bag, we have a Katie being creative mini frog for, I usually have these priced at $6. An all from Jade mini octo in regular yarn, I sell these for $5. And an all from Jade mini whale. These are new for me and I'm selling these for $10. But I can make everything in this bag in less than 45 minutes, so I'm still doing a price wise. Is that first bag? Another $10 bag. I've got 2 of each price range. And if I didn't say this time, how I do my bags is I do 3 items for equal or greater value than the cost of the bag. And I do try to make them all different. So like if somebody buys 2, they're not getting like identical things, but just things that are like in a similar price point. We have another mini whale for 10, plush bee for 6, and oh, that's my bee pattern, by the way. I will link that video right here. And then another all from Jade mini octo for 5. And again, this was a $10 bag. Moving up to my $20 bag, we have an all from Jade mini whale for 10. This mini penguin that I'm doing for 12. I don't remember the maker of this pattern, but the big version of this that I use the pattern for is Madeline Mako. So that is one of the things that I'm tweaking price wise because of this one. Because this is made pretty fast, but size wise, I feel like it's a good $12 item. Like the big penguin, I didn't think 15 fit with like the $12 price range of this, so I am bumping those up to 18. This, we have an all from Jade mini octo and plush yarn, and I do these for 9. But again, this is another bag that I can make in like 45 minutes or less. I think the longest amount of time in there are those mini penguins, and I can do them in like 20 minutes, maybe even less. Plush mini octo, I can do them like 10. And I already don't remember what the other thing was. So moving on, the other $20 bag. This is an old bag. This is the only bag I had left over from before. I have this octo for $11. I believe this is a Sweet Softies pattern. This is a strawberry for $9. I either made this one up or this was a modification from a pattern. I don't remember now. And then this is a Katie Bean Creative mushroom that I modified into an ice cream. These are normally $12. Moving on to the $25 bags. So I sell out of pop mushrooms pretty much every time I do them. This is a Canvas & Co pattern. So I was doing these for 13. I have now bumped them up to 15. So that's one of those. Big Leggy Frog, I do these for 12. And then I've got, you guys know the Weeby Aliens. This is the astronaut version of the Weeby Alien pattern. Same designer. And I do the Weebies for 15. So this astronaut is also 15. And then my other $25 bag. This is a medium all from Jade Whale. I'm doing these for 13. I don't have any of this size made for like the rest of my plushies though, but if I did, they'd be 13. Another pot mushroom for 15 this time. And then I had this one. This bag is like a really good deal because these pigs, I feel like, took around like 45 minutes. This is like a $20 pig. Like the time on this bag is like a little high for the price it is, but I only had one lone pig, and I actually don't think I like this color, and neither did anybody else really, because this was the only one of this color, and I used a different pink for multiple other pigs, and that's the one that sold, and this one didn't sell, so now it's just going into my little mystery bag. Also, fun fact, this weekend, I guess not weekend, because it's Friday, but in the last like day and a half, I've made 37 bees, partially for my event and partially to restock the store. I'm doing Beasley Farms, so I have my bees in the store there. And in November, I had one bee left and one flower keychain left, so I really should have restocked sooner. These are bees specifically for the store, and minus two, I have an equal amount for what I'm bringing to my market. And I guess speaking of this store, based on what I had left then, which was, like I said, one bee and one flower, that was only $22 worth of items left. I brought $144 worth of items last time. That means $132 sold, and the lady that like runs the store, our deal is she gets a 10% cut of whatever I sell. So she made $13.20, and that means I made $118.80 based on like the numbers as of last time. For all I know, those last two items could have sold, so it could be a little higher than that, but I'm going home with at least $118 tomorrow based on just that. So I guess that makes like the weekend alone worth it, because I paid $50 for like the whole weekend, and I'm already like $118. So I just figured I'd come back here real quick and kind of go over everything how it is on my grid walls, because it'll be faster. I still have to tag a lot of this stuff, but for telling you prices, it'll go faster if we just come back here. So these are leftover pumpkins. The big size is 12. These two little ones are 6. This dog is 20. These are kind of time consuming for what they are. These chickens are all 15. Like I said, I'm upping pot mushrooms to also 15. They're usually 13, but I sell out of them pretty much nearly every time I bring them. So because of demand, I'm going a little higher. And then these are quite a bit bigger than these, and I feel like these are the little versions are like a $12 item. So I just feel like these should be 18 by comparison to these. And I used to do these for 20 when I first started because I was a lot slower. And they sold for 20, so I do think 18 is like $35, $45 turtles. These are both all from Jade Patterns. This is just a weight 7 yarn. And then I did a modification where I made it a strawberry turtle. Rainbow fish, I don't remember the pattern maker. That is going to be 20, even though these are going to be 15. These are all from Jade Whales. This is the big version in the pattern pack that I have. There's 3 versions and 3 different types. There's like a regular whale, an orca whale, and like a shark. So I only did the regular whale version, but I did the small and the large, and then one medium for one of my mystery bags. But yeah, so these are 15, these are 10, and this is 20, just because the color changes, it was a little bit time consuming, but it's cool. It's like a rainbow fish. Moving on over here, I didn't actually decide a price for this. What should I do? I think I'm gonna go 15. I know it took me less than an hour, but I don't remember the time. But we'll go 15. This shark, I think I'm gonna do for 40. That was kind of a time-consuming project, I won't lie. None of these are actually sewn on. They're like stitched on. Wait, were they sewn on? No, I don't remember. I think they were. I think these fins were sewn on and these were crocheted on. But either way, it was kind of time consuming. You can see it's pretty big. That's my hand and it's only half of it. These are 12, these are 10. Leggy frogs. These are 6. They work up super fast. I got my scrunchies. My scrunchies are always 5. My headbands are 15. More scrunchies for 5. Plush octos for 9. Mini octos for 5. Coming around to over here, we got possums for 15. This is a spider. This is a new item. That's going to be 20. It wasn't terrible, but it was more time consuming than I would have liked it to have been. You do sew on the legs, but they're not individually sewn on, so that helps. But I feel like if I wrote the pattern, there'd be a way to like take off some of the sewing. And so I feel like if I make that again, I'm just going to modify it to like be worked as like one piece for the body instead of making the head and then making the like whatever the back part of the spider is called. I don't know. But anyway, so 15, 20. Large bees are 12. Medium bees are 10. Bee keychains are 8. And then these mini bees right here are 6. I have positive potatoes. These are going to be, I guess I'll do these for 12. And then I'm either going to do 15 or 20 on the emotional support pickles. I think time-wise, I could probably get away with 15, but size-wise, I feel like they're giving 20. We'll go 12 instead. These are like little floofs that I got for hats, but I never ended up making hats. These are 10. These are wristlet keychains. These are, I believe these are 8. Yep. This guy's going to be 10. These are going to be 20. They're already tagged for 20. I hate making turtles. Fun fact, if you guys don't know. I feel like all turtles are time consuming. So even though those are small, they took like close to an hour, therefore they are 20. These are fidgets. I do these for 8. There's a marble in there. You push around a track. So this track is like a circle. See the marble. And then this track is like a zigzag, like a U shape. We have a little dinosaur caveman section. I wish I could have made more, but like I ran out of time. In fact, I think all of my inventory is feeling a little sparse, which I don't love. Because like with this being the last event of the season, I really wanted to make more. I do think what I have is good. I just wish I could have made more. Because I focused more on like having multiples of things this time than a lot of different things, that it feels like I don't have a lot of things. I've got some pickles, I've got some bees, I've got some whales, I've got some mushrooms. This is 25, this is 20. I do believe I did him for 22. Yeah. The little caveman's 20. This bad boy right here is 45 because this guy took a freaking hot minute. I might even go 50 on him. I don't know. Maybe I'll try 50 Saturday and then 45 on Sunday. That one took a good couple hours. I don't know, probably because all the color changes and like I modified the 2 patterns because there was one that was just a tree with snow and then one that was just like a tree and then ornaments, but then I made like the ornaments and the snow, and I feel like that's why it was super time consuming. But yeah, and this guy, he was rather quick. 30 and 45, that's what we're doing. These dolls here are 35. This mermaid is 30. Those 3 back there are 60. And then he is normally 100, but I am, because he's been with me for a few events, I am dropping him down to 75, which is a pretty big discount considering the amount of time it took. But if you're new here, I made that pattern. It's a teacup gnome. You can't really see like the teacup part because he's kind of jammed in there. I made that pattern simply because I wanted to, and I figured if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it's like a good like show piece to bring people in. And I do get a lot of compliments on him, but obviously time-wise, because it's a big pattern and there was like a lot of sewing. This is sewn to this, is sewn to this, is sewn to this, is sewn to this, and like that whole thing is just very time consuming. But I've had other big pieces that I've just made for funsies that actually have sold, so I still think he can sell. But I do want him out of my inventory because he's like hard to show. So I am going to drop it this time and like hope for the best. You guys, I guess, let me know if you think it's sparse. I do normally have 4 walls, but I feel like normally my 4 walls I have top to bottom filled, and I'm like sparse up here, and that's just unusual for me. So yeah, but I'm gonna go sit down and we'll do the outro of this video, and then I'll keep tagging things so I could go to bed. So yeah, that's all the things I made. And like I said, since a lot of them are new patterns, you should be able to find them in the Google Doc link below. So I will let you guys know the vast majority are paid patterns from Etsy, and I'm sorry. I just really like a paid pattern because I can usually print it out with like no trouble, and I like my printed patterns. Like, I don't know if you can see, that's like part of a stack of patterns I use for markets. If you guys think I have enough, let me know. I mean, obviously it's like too late now because it's 10:30 on the day before my last market weekend of the season. But yeah, I'm just tired. This is my first real market season. I did start my business last year, but I really went light in the winter season and didn't really start doing markets regularly until springtime. This is basically my first like full-blown one, and it went pretty well. I made a good deal of money, but this is very tiring, especially when you have like another job and children. So yeah, I'm gonna stop this video right here. Subscribe. I know I never asked you guys to do that, but we're getting closer to 2,000, which means we're close to another giveaway. And I would love to give you guys something. I don't know yet. If we do gift cards again, we will be doing e-gift cards though, because I wish I would have known that before. You guys could have got like more money, but instead I like did small gift cards and then paid like half the price of the gift cards and shipping it felt like. But now that I know I can do e-gift cards for like just the price of the gift card, basically, we could do that better. Yeah. So subscribe. And if you want more crochet content, you can check out this video right here. And the next video I record will be my recap of the market weekend. So wish me luck, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.